Well guys, how's it going? So here's some GoPro video for you. I haven't used my GoPro in, well, it's been quite a while, but I did use it earlier today on a job. This is the only camera I got that's stinking small enough and then I'm willing to sacrifice. So I got some footage of it, but I don't know how good it'll turn out. But I noticed that when one of my stumps in the yard was getting something was kind of drilling underneath, or trying to, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do, but I guess come to find out there was a beehive living in there. And then well, something decided to dig them out. So not too sure, because I googled it, and I don't know if Google's right either or not, but to see what would go after bees if they're in the ground like that. And it's a little bit of everything, really. Squirrels, raccoons, skunks, of course bears, but we haven't had a bear here now in a little while. But so yeah, it's been a little while. So, but I want to know what the hell they were digging out. So I stuck the GoPro down in there, because I guess I have to put it like that for now. Ouch, damn mosquitoes. I just wanted to see what was going on in there. And I didn't know if it was a beehive, or if maybe something wasn't trying to move in there. But looks like there was a beehive in there at one time, but then they left. Well, they didn't leave, they got ripped out of their house. So yeah, there's still when I went and looked earlier today, I noticed that there was only like maybe 2 or 3 bees still in the nest, but there's still like 1 or 2 that were kind of flying around, but they didn't know what to do. So not sure when that happened. I just noticed it this last time that I mowed. So of course the freaking mosquitoes are gonna eat me alive, because that's just what they fucking do. So, oh, sprayed my freaking camera. That's great news. Well, it's probably better than nothing, but anyways, I got my GoPro on a selfie stick type of thing. It's got a tripod on it too, so you can use it as like a tripod, but because I haven't used it in a while and I want to keep the battery alive, I did find out actually what keeps these GoPro batteries alive. So anybody that's got a GoPro, take notes, because I noticed for many years I would go through GoPro batteries like crazy. It would be like once a year I'd go through them. The main thing is that when you're done using the GoPro, for a while, take the battery, fully charge it, and then take the battery actually out of it until you're ready to use it again. Because I noticed that if you leave them in there, well then it eats the battery alive. So I gotta clean this up a little bit, but yeah. So I took down. Come on. I took down these trees. I finally was able to take down pretty much all of them. The ones that I planned on doing for this year anyway. I got to get the blazer in here so I can grab some of these. Grab these three monsters. Because you got these little farts, but hopefully I can just throw them on top and take them at the same time. But anyways, So yeah, I took all these trees down. There used to be trees kind of scattered about in here. Well, actually, they were mostly kind of just, I think, mostly up in there, but it'll be better once I get the trees out. You guys will be able to see more, but yeah, so he should be able to come in here and go right out. There's a bunch of little ones right there, but I'm not going to do anything with them this year, I don't think. They're not really priority. Just from like right here, you can see all this hay that we got left behind. So from there up to those big trees, you can see how much hay we were leaving behind. So now they should be able to swing in here, have no problems with that. So I'll probably hook up, see if I can hook those three together and throw some of this junk on top. See if we can get rid of it. I think there's still one more back there yet. We'll come and get him, I guess, tomorrow or something. Oh yeah, there's still two more down here. So we'll come and get those maybe tomorrow. If I can get all this in one trip, that'd be good. But that's not going to happen. But yeah. So I just cut him flush with the ground for now. Should be good. Should be more than enough, I think. It doesn't have to be perfect. But yeah, so you can kind of see how much hay we're gonna gain here in the next year, hopefully. I imagine they'll try to grow back next year. You know, like they'll try to grow back a little bit, but they can just get ran over with the mower. So it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But the hay down here has actually come up pretty nice. If I wasn't down here running over all this hay, like all this hay, I guess from pretty much right where I've been driving in, I can almost get a second cutting off of this. It won't be very much, but I think it would be here. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to bounce back once I'm done hauling. Now you can actually see how much better that looks now with those trees not being there anymore. It really cleans up the land there. Now if we could just, I'm probably going to take these little guys down at some point too, just so they can get the mower in just a little touch bit closer. But this thing's a little wobbly. I don't like that. But yeah, we could easily almost get a second cutting out of here. Oh, there actually goes a helicopter. That's funny. I don't even hear it, but yet I can see it. I guess there's too much other loud equipment flying around right now. But yeah, it grew back probably, I don't know, some areas 6 inches, other areas maybe closer to 10 inches. It just really kind of depends. Oh yeah, we'll go over here. So you can compare it to how the trail is, you know, like how the grass has come back. Now we cut this in here, right? This is the pond. Oh yeah, look at that. You could easily cut that. I could cut this whole section for hay if I had to. I don't even really I don't think I even need the dike. This would be a lot nicer to cut. If these fucking bales we got, no, that bale doesn't matter. Well, we got that bale. He's kind of in the way. This bale's definitely in the way. That bale's kind of in the way. You cut this whole section, you'd have tons of hay. So there's more hay to cut. But down here in the pond, we only took one cutting off of this. This is only one cut. And you can see how it's greened up again. Well, you just wait until we get in there. I don't know how good the GoPro is going to show, because this is an older GoPro and it's not, I think it's 1080p, but it's only 30 frames per second, not 60. But the grass is back easily 10 inches right in there, because there's a lot of moisture down in there, because that's where the water runs off. But you could easily, if we got, we're gonna still have another whole week of 80s, but it's gonna be cloudy though. This is our last day of sun, which sucks. But we could cut this again. This is actually really good. I'm actually kind of blown away. I might even cut this again. I don't know if not sure if I'll give it to the cows or not. Because I still have to cut the trail. And there's plenty of food out there. Or there's a little bit of food out there. I guess I could just mix it all together and it'd be fine. But yeah, this is back at least 10 inches already. You give this another week, it could be 12 inches, a foot. So, and then I decided to come down here, because I was down here with the John Deere. I came down here to see what the hell was going on, because I was mowing literally everything that I owned to mow. I decided just to mow this down. I did cut a little bit with the farm awl, but on this side I forgot to cut those. So, but they were pretty small anyway, and I don't think it would have hurt the John Deere any. So I just said frick it, and I just ran them down. So keep that clean now. Hay should technically grow through that. We are going to take these trees down with time. I'm just going to start with the small ones and work my way up to the big ones. Because then we could be coming in here with a cutter. I should be cleaning all that out, at least up to that big tree. That big tree needs to come down too, because I'm pretty sure it died. But at least to that big tree and out, we could be cutting hay. I think that's easily well over 16 feet wide, so you could easily get a mower down in here with no trouble. But yeah, these trees are pretty small, so these would be super easy to get out for the most part. But now you can see what I'm talking. This section of tree I want gone, because you could easily gain more hay that way. But I can't believe how much this has grown back in. Yeah, I probably could easily get easily another cutting off of this. This will be my second cut for the year down here if we do it. But I don't know, because I still have the other half of the dike to do, which I don't know if I really need it, because honestly cutting this would be nicer. This here, this would actually be fresher than that on the dike, right? It's not as tall, but I mean it's there, but especially as you get closer to the trees, it gets taller. But if those freaking bales weren't here, it'd be a different story. So I'm really hoping that the young guy's going to be here by Monday, which will be tomorrow, but I doubt it. But yeah, you could easily get it. Oh yeah, definitely another cutting in here. It's not going to do us fantastic, obviously it's first cutting, but this stuff isn't going to get baled anyway. It's just going to it'll just get cut straight and fed, right away. I mean, I guess if I had my own baler and stuff, I probably would bale it too, but kind of just really just depends on the time, what the year we're having, So hay's really nice. I mean, I guess it's almost up to the top of my boot, but I don't think it's quite a foot yet, but it's got to be at least 6 to 8 inches already, so along there it might be a little bit better. Some grass does really good though. some grass really is over a foot, but that's just that type of grass. Because obviously we have all different types of grass growing. It's not just one kind. So, and then down here at the junk pile, we could have gotten a second cutting off of this. If I would have let it go for another week, it probably would have grew a little bit more yet. But I want to be done down here. Like, I just want to keep things clean now until, you know, next year. So unfortunately, I just mowed it down with the John Deere. Actually, you can still smell the freshly cut grass, even though, I guess it's been a little over a day now. So, but yeah, I just mowed it down. It was here, but it still probably would have needed another 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, and we're not going to get that. So I just want things to be, if you can tell, it's starting to, of course that's old grass, I think, and some weeds they die early in the year, but I just wanted things to be cleaned out because I don't know what we're going to do down here. Like, it's really hard to figure out what I want to do. If I want to mow it as like a lawn up until like July, just to keep it clean, and then let it grow until we need it. But then I almost don't even know. I don't even know if I want to do this anymore down here, because it's nice, but I don't know. I guess it really just depends on the year. If we're having a really shitty year, I guess you're not going to know that until you're in that shitty moment. But there's always going to be other stuff to cut. There's always going to be the dike. There's always going to be underneath the bridge, all that. Yeah. And I know that the brothers, they mowed the neighbor's yard again. Like, they cut it for hay, but they didn't mow it with the regular mower. They used a brush hog, which I figured maybe they were just doing the guy a favor just to keep it clean, right? So there's not so much trash in it at the end of the year or for next year. But I'll be damned, they actually raked it and baled it, and they got I think 3 bales just off the guy's yard alone, which isn't too bad. Like, that's, even for us, that's acceptable. Of course, now he makes much smaller bales. I think those are 4x5s, so they're a little smaller. We do 5x5s, but, and I don't know how tight he's making those bales either. They could be either super loose or super tight. I don't know. The young guy makes them super tight, which is fine for trucking, but for just farting around in the yard and for like what we're going to do with them, I'm probably going to make mine a little looser when the time does come. I'm going to make mine a little loose just because they don't need to be that tight. We're not going that far with them, and yeah, cows have a harder time tearing those bales apart. So, but yeah, I just pretty much, because I know this is all going to still keep growing, but I wanted, oh yeah, and then we're going to have the north garden too. Like, I'm always going to cut that for hay because that's just conveniently close. So, but I did mow that after I mowed, well, before I mowed even this. I wanted to clean that up as well. Just so it looks nice for the fall, and just so there's, any trash that is there, it's much smaller trash, and it'll rot away a little quicker. But look at this grass right here. That grass is pretty tall. Of course, there is kind of a hill there, but like, you could cut it again, but the frost probably wouldn't get to it quite as bad. I don't know. There's trees here, so, but I don't know. I think going forward, Again, it all just depends on the weather. Because now if we cut this, I guarantee you, if this hay would have gotten cut in July like it should have been, this hay would already be a foot tall, like guaranteed. Even by now, it'd probably be closer to 2 feet. But you never know what, every year is going to be a little bit different. But, you get a nice little shower on it and then some heat. It's going to grow 6 inches in just a few days. Like, it's crazy how much this hay actually has grown down here since we cut it. So, and the cows won't even be down here. They'll be out in the big screw field, which is doing amazingly well along the dike, going east. I could cut that too, which I think I'm going to as soon as we get. Well, I don't know if I'm going. I don't. It really just depends. I just cut the dike because I know that the tonnage is there, but I think that stuff is such a nightmare to cut that I think I'm better off just coming down here and cutting this shorter stuff. Tonnage wise, it won't really be here, but you could just cut more of it, and see now I'm running over quite a bit of this too, right? But I won't be doing that next year because I don't think I'll be cutting any more trees down here next year. I guess I suppose I need to get these trees out. Just need to snip them off and clean the land up a little bit, but I'm not sure if that'll be this year or not. It wouldn't hurt to do it, I guess. Just cut them flush with the ground. Plus, I'm kind of waiting for the grass to die off a little bit more yet, too. It's kind of a pain in the butt working in that tall grass, but it can be done. So obviously, I've done it. So, but yeah, I want to clean up these, get these fucking trees out of here, and before they get too big, because now is the time to do it. While they're nice and small like this. So I think there are some bushes in there, but maybe they'll die off before I get to them. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what because next year it could be a drought, and not saying this is going to be here next year, like, there'll be something here, but it's not going to be like it is now. I wouldn't think, but I don't know. Down here it'll probably be all right because we're right up along the tree lines. Not much sun, not too much for wind. I mean, there is a nice breeze. We take those trees out, and there's going to be more wind coming through here, which is fine. But that's probably going to be a good thing because it'll carry more snow over into that field too. Give that field some more moisture for the year. But yeah, I just think, I don't know. I only got 5 days worth of hay left. Each load is a day, so there's 5 piles left. So I got to figure out, what I want to cut next. I just figured, half of the dike, but I don't know. This is looking kind of nice. Like, I would rather take this than the dike, even though growth height wise it's not really here. But this stuff would probably cut a lot nicer. And plus, you can clean up the field a little bit, get rid of all this straggly stuff that got left behind that the main cutter didn't get. Knock that down. Even though it's good snow catchers, but don't really need it down here. It gets plenty of snow down here. Out in the big screw field, I'd probably I'd leave strips, just a little bit here and there. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's looking good. I'm surprised that the hay down there even grew like it did. You give that another week, which we're going to have another week of. It's going to be cloudy. I think they're saying it's going to be cloudy now for the whole week, which is unfortunate. Can't even give us one sunny day, but they did give us a nice sunny weekend, so I guess you can't complain too much there. But they say it's going to be in the 80s all week, so we're going to have the heat, but and then there's a 30% chance of rain kind of on and off throughout the week, but it's only a 30% chance, which could change, but I don't know. So, but you know that's gonna probably keep growing because there's a lot of moisture down in there. Even though I did cut it, there's still gonna be a lot of moisture. It's not gonna dry out that quick. So I don't know. So we're not totally out of hay. There's more here that I can easily cut, and we just get the frickin' bales get out of here. But if we're going to be moving bales, then I'm not going to really need that much more for hay, just enough to last probably a few days. Because I'm going to do half of the square field. I don't know if I'll get it all done. Depends on the tractor. At least do half of the square field, and then I want to get the 12 acres done because I want to get those bales off, and then we got to start hauling in our hay, you know, get a little bit of our hay hauled in. So, but and then they can go out there in that square field, and then they can stay out there until the snow flies, you know. Then I won't have to cut any more hay. Like, I don't have to cut anything because there'll be plenty out here for them. So, but nonetheless, the trail's gonna still get cut. It needs to get cut this week, I suppose. I probably should get it done, but the tractor still needs a little bit of work done to it. But we finally got it running again. I just got to fix the stinking cutter bar again, and then oil it and grease it and whatever else I got to do, and then come back down here and cut more hay again, which I assumed would just be the other half of the dike, but I don't know. This grass down here is kind of piqued my, you know, like I think I would have to cut this. It's shorter, but you know, you got to think about this. This is a pretty big area, and if I cut to the top of the hill, right up to the tree lines, cut this whole thing, you know, there could be a few loads here, but I don't know. It's still going to continue to grow yet. So, but whatever. So, but yeah, unfortunately, we're going to lose quite a bit of hay here because I'm running it over. But I got to get a little bit of tree removal done every year. So. I might have to back up, I think, a little more yet too. So, but yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it, guys. I'm going to take off. I got to back up a little bit more, I guess. I didn't realize I was that far away, but so yeah, I just wanted to use the old GoPro because I haven't done anything with it for a while, and I got to use them a little bit. So. Let's see what that looks like. A little bit more, maybe another foot. I don't know. My chain's not that long, but I'm not gonna buy it. I got a link that's about wore out. So so yeah, this was this thing running now. So, oh yeah, it's funny close. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can hook these three together, maybe throw this one on top. Probably not gonna be able to throw that on top because I think that's a small tree and half of a tree there. And then I got two more over there, which I can take them together. But now that brand new chain sure makes a hell of a difference. But it's gonna get wore down like the rest of it, unfortunately. So, oh. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of wobble in the camera. Can't really do anything with that. But I can definitely give you guys some, you know, yeah, you're way out there now. See, it's extending. Not that I really have a use for that, but I might. I guess if I ever wanted to set you guys up, which I don't know, I'm not sure how good this tripod actually is, because it's a tripod slash selfie stick, so it's supposed to have kind of a little bit of everything, and then you can extend it. Yeah, see, then you guys are a little then you guys are a little top heavy. Isn't that kind of interesting? But I can bring you guys down a little bit. There you go. Then you can see me hook some chain, or hook some logs together, I guess. Use my gloves. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing, I guess, but I'm not sure how long that selfie stick will last, because I think Mother's already had it for a few years, and she stopped using it after a while. But I might use it on the GoPro. The GoPro is much lighter than my phone, which is kind of a nice thing, but I don't know. I know some people like to use the GoPros because they're lighter and whatever. I know one guy still does, but he has the quality back down so freaking far. You know, it's only like 480p quality. It's like, you know, you could do at least 720. So you guys might be not seeing anything. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to get my double wrap like I like to do. Shit. Well, if I do this. No. Nope. Well, shit. Well, I don't know. It's not really a double wrap, but maybe that one will just sit there. Sometimes you get lucky and they'll just sit there, and then you'll be fine. So, shrink my tripod back down. So let's see if this will work. And but yeah, I kind of like, I used to use the GoPro back in the day, but then I switched over to my cell phone because it was more convenient. I always had my cell phone on me, but then it ended up tying up my cell phone. So then I could still receive phone calls, but it would have to cancel the recordings. So this way, I'm not tying up my phone, and the GoPro, well, that's all it's designed to do, is record. So I don't know, I guess you guys tell me what you think is better. I think the GoPro's better, but I should get a new one. Well, I might have lost something. Let's take a look here quick. If I did, well, then it can just stay down here then. I'll come and get it in the morning. I don't know. I think I still have everything I want. Yeah. Yeah, because I think this is going to be a load of its own. And it's a small guy, but well, I could probably just come with the pickup and get this because this is pretty small. Those two over there are going to need either the Tahoe or the tractor. Probably just end up using the Tahoe, but yeah, this will be load number 3. I took 2 loads out of here yesterday. Wasn't gonna really do anything today, but I figured 1 load a day is better than nothing, I guess. So I'll take it. 1 load, good enough for me. So, but yeah, I guess guys, I'm gonna take off. It's really what I planned on kind of doing. Yeah, I think that tree will stay there. I'll keep an eye on it. It's a good thing I had the backup camera, huh? And I wired it the way that I did because now I can see my loads behind me. So, but yeah, I guess that's kind of it. 7 o'clock. Gets dark here by 8 now. I probably could sneak 1 more load, and then I'd be done for tonight. But I'm not really in a hurry. So, because I'm not really gaining anything by doing this, you know, like trying to get it all done right this very minute, like, you know. So, but yeah, I guess guys, I'm going to take off. I just wanted to give the GoPro a run and make sure the battery's still good. It still says that it's full, even though I've made a 37-minute video now. It's still full. So that's the key, is to, when you're done videoing for a few days, charge it back up, and then take the battery out. So here goes somebody on a razor. So I don't know, but GoPro battery still good, so did I lose? I don't think I lost a tree, did I? I don't think so. Whatever, it'll stay there. So, but yeah, I guess guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.